Innovative content, global audience.
Laughter can relieve stress, increase pain tolerance, and support immune system, as well as several other healthy purposes like, boost your immunity, lower stress hormones, decreases pains, relaxes your muscle, and prevent heart diseases and more. Being happy have a way of, relieving your stress, taking away that sorrow and that pain, at least for a period of time. And my guest today on the world of cinema is known for relieving stress of others by his amazing craft. This is a man who people, make people laugh and forget their pains and their sorrows. Of course, he has been doing this for a long time and he does that for a living. He is a famous Nollywood comic actor, a master of ceremony, and a TV personality as well as a comedian. He is well known as one of the most popular Nigerian comic actor in the industry. The Akwa Ibom-born superstar has acted in over 200 movies, and of course, this includes a lot. He has practically acted with everyone in that industry. And of course, some of his movies includes Uya, OKON Goes to School, The Boss Is Mine, Silent Scandal, OKON Lagos, OKON the Driver, OKON on the Run, The Head Office, The Champion, OKON and Jennifer, The Place. The list is endless. I could stand here and go on and on. But of course, I know you're very eager already to meet my guest for tonight. His role in the Nigerian comedy scene has earned him several awards, and his name will always ring a bell. And of course, he has come to stay in the comedy world and, of course, in Nollywood. Viewers, my guest today has practically acted with every who and who in the movie industry. And of course, I know you were eager to meet my guest. Viewers, I present to you the one and only, the amazing, the talented, and of course, the comic one and only Imam Bishop Umar, aka Okon Lagos, one of Nigeria's most finest comedy actor of all time. Good evening, sir. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm very happy that, of course, you're here with us tonight. Looking at you, I just laugh. Anytime I see you, I start laughing. I was quite surprised when we spoke earlier on. The English is something, two queens is like, the queen's English compared to what we're used to. Anyway, we'll get to that. But briefly, take us through your background, How was growing up like for you?
I had a relatively fair treatment growing up. Okay, I grew up in Nigeria. I grew up in Akwa Ibom State in Nigeria, and in a typical African society, you know, in what we in our generation would call a saner world than
Okay.
it is right now. Okay, so things were okay. Um, I had a good childhood. I grew up with my both of my parents, my mother and my father. Even though um, I lost my father a lot earlier. Okay, when I was in my junior secondary school, and then my
Sorry
mother.
about that.
That's fine. Death is a part of life. You know.
That's true.
Yes, it's a part of life. So my mother took up the responsibility of grooming us from boys and forging us into responsible men. And here I am today. Yeah.
Wow. And you've grown to be one amazing, amazing man. Well, nice. Kudos to your mom. And at what point did you realize that, okay, I want to become an actor? I think this is my calling, or I think this is what I can do best. So, how was your journey into Nollywood? And when was that?
Okay. Way back in the day, um, when I I started acting professionally, I didn't think I would be a professional actor. But I've
Wow.
always been, yes, I've always been an actor. Always been acting. All right. I got myself enrolled in dramatic clubs back in school. I've been acting for fun. It's been an escape route to depression for me, you know. And
Mm,
then yes, it's something that inherently makes me happy, you know. So I I didn't act as a means to acting for me wasn't a means to a materialistic end. It was
okay.
an end in itself. So it was something that constitutes a genuine happiness for me. So
Mm,
I, yes, I indulged. You know, my career took off from Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, and Uyo, Akwa Ibom State was not a hub for entertainment. It still not is till today, you know, but I believe it will be in the very near future, you know. Acting in Uyo or picking up, choosing dramatic arts as a career or a prospective career in Uyo, considering the environment with specific regards to um, promotion of the arts and craft of drama professionally, is was almost as impossible as the Queen of England or the King of England being a woman.
mm,
Yeah, come on. How is that going to happen? The chances of your even seeing one movie to do, and then that movie um light of day, is very, 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 the chances are very slim, ultra slim, you know, very minuscule. So I just acted just to make me happy.
wow.
And at the end of the day, I just believe that keep on doing what makes you happy. Mm. And somehow opportunity will come meet you. And then when opportunity knocks at the door of your residence, it's definitely not going to meet you unprepared. So when that once in a lifetime, arguably once in a lifetime opportunity came knocking at my doorsteps, you know, it made me very prepared. Yes. So I grabbed it with both hands, and then uh, I had the movie that gave me a shot at fame. And because I was artistically ready, I was not artistically rusty. All right. You know, the oils of my artistic wheels, the wheels of my art and craft were constantly oiled by way of, you know, consistent drama, rehearsals, events, and all of that. So I put up a stellar performance that caught the attention of everybody, and then just in the wink of an eye, I broke even.
Wow, that's an amazing journey, if you ask me. And of course, I love the fact that you did say that. When I know that when people go into Nollywood, most time it's about always the cash to cash out. But I'm a fan of passion. When you have passion for something, you tend to thrive even more because the passion comes first.
I didn't want to. I I first of all was groomed to study law.
Okay,
Yeah.
so so originally you are a lawyer.
Yeah, well, in my head, you know, I had my fairy tale life all planned out. Okay, to enroll into the university and then obtain a law degree and then become a practicing lawyer and a successful one at that.
Okay.
but it didn't happen. It didn't happen.
Mm.
I I didn't get the required UME cutoff score to study law in the university, so I had to opt for um a supplementary admission. Okay, in philosophy. That's what I did. I studied philosophy also with the intention of switching to law. That was my first love, but somehow I fell in love with philosophy, so I didn't just want to let go of philosophy anymore.
Mm.
I, I continued and finished, and that's it. So while I was a student of philosophy in the university, I also casually took a little stroll into um, the movies. But there's something I just do not know how to do. That is multitasking. It's very funny. I just don't know. I can't even multitask to save my life. So
Okay.
yeah, I didn't know how I will navigate my way around successfully juggling full-time academics with full-time um, movie practice. Definitely one is going to suffer. So I didn't want my academics to suffer because that was the time for me to go to school. So I had to suspend Nollywood and then go to school because I knew definitely I'm still young. Um, I just have 4 years. After 4 years, I'm free to fly,
That
you
is
know.
true.
Yeah, so I dedicated those 4 years into punching my academics very hard, and then it yielded the results I expected. And come on, I moved on into doing movies, and somehow um,
So it
God
is
was.
safe to say. So it is safe to say, even though yeah, that wasn't like your first choice, but so far all these years you've been thriving, you've been very relevant. So it's safe to say you're actually on the right path, or apparently your dream job, right?
I'm actually on the right path of life. Yes, because first of all, does it make me happy? I have never said that going to school made me genuinely happy.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I've never said. The only thing that made me genuinely happy, because I, funny enough, was it's weird and paradoxical to say
Mhm.
or comprehend that I was an introvert. I didn't have friends.
I kind of noticed that for some time now. Like that's quite strange. I don't know
I
why
did
somebody that makes people laugh, happy, and all that. Sometimes they tend to be reserved behind, all that comic character.
very reserved. I didn't have friends. My mom would not want us to mix up because we lost our dad early. She was not very comfortable. She was not very confident in our ability to handle our relationships with our peers, lest we get negatively influenced. So and all that. So we were groomed as to becoming introverts, you know less social. Okay, so the only thing that brought out that spark of happiness, that spark of delight inside me, was dramatizing. I won a couple of I won loads of laurels for my primary school back in the day. Yeah, and acting just made me happy. Acting made me feel good. You know,
Mm,
so yeah, it made me feel good. So for me to be earning a living from what makes me genuinely feel genuinely happy, oh come on, that's the best kind of life.
wow,
I
that
wouldn't,
is
I wouldn't have asked for a better profession.
a better
I
profession.
wouldn't have asked for a better means of livelihood.
That is amazing. I love the fact that you do this for the passion, and of course it's paying the bills and you are happy. That's the most important thing. And
Mhm.
let's take a little journey back. What would you say? Which movie would you say actually shut you up there? I know you have quite a lot, right?
Asking which movie shut you up there is like asking which particular workout uh, in the gym gave you your body.
I know
Which
there is a
which
particular one,
which
but I can't remember the name.
which
But
particular?
go
No,
ahead.
I'm serious. You go to the gym, you gym, and then you have a banging beach body. All right, you have a six pack, you have a squared up shoulder. You have a very sexy looking back. You have broad chest. You look like something. You look like a Greek god that's chiseled out of a rock. You cannot tell me that it is only one workout program that produced that body. Okay, if not for the fact that I was in the gym for between January and December, between January 1st and January 23rd. That was the time I worked out so much, and then that's how I got. No, 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 that's not true. But I know a movie actually raised eyebrows, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
it actually um um how do I put it? It made me begin to validate myself, like, hey, if people like it this much, I believe um I should hold on to this and then continue.
Okay.
That movie, yeah, that movie was Uyai. It was an indigenous movie.
Produced by MME Song, right?
Yes, 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 yes. That movie was Uyai. It was Memi Song's movie Uyai. Okay. All right. Lots of eyebrows were raised. I mean, positively, not negatively. Or like, oh my God, who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? And then my hard work, strong will, dedication above all the grace of God, all right, pushed me that far not to stop, because I could have easily said, okay, fine, let me call it quits and then go on to another chapter of my life, and then I would have just been a one-hit wonder, you know, and then that's it. But consistently, I've been on, you know,
Wow.
putting every single ounce of energy, every joule of energy that I can artistically to make sure that I improve on my craft and make myself a better person than I was yesterday. So that is a contributing factor to making me who I
That
am today.
is
But
quite
the
amazing.
the first movie that I did that also, gave me some degree of validation that, hey, look, little man, you've done well. I think you should continue. People are liking this. All right. So I think this is the way to go. That was we I.
Well done. And you stayed so you've managed to stay very relevant in the industry where a lot of young artists are coming on board on daily basis. If it's one sector in Nigeria that is actually recruiting, employing, don't know the word to use, that would be the Nollywood, the film industry. And then you've been relevant, regardless of the fact that we have, younger actors coming up. How have you been able to do that?
Have been able to stay relevant
Mm-hmm.
by staying relevant.
Okay.
Just keep on doing.
Okay. Let's
Just
assume
keep
you're
on doing
always
what
on the
you're doing.
top of your game.
Just keep on doing what you're doing, and never at any time in my life have I ever thought that I have arrived. You know, I
Okay.
pursue my career. Yeah, I pursue my career as um with so much of hunger. You know, I don't have a champion. I don't have
Okay. Network, it's not today, not tonight,
a
please. I have
champion mentality. Yeah, I don't have I don't have a champion mentality. I have a contender mentality. You know, I believe I'm a contender. I don't believe I'm a champion yet. I don't believe I've won yet. I believe I am a work in progress, and I I still have a lot of hills to take. I still have a lot of miles to go. All right. I've never at any point in time sat down to to get drunk on my victory. No,
Hey, I
no.
think that's the way to go. That's the way to keep staying relevant or to keep
Yeah,
striving to know
I
that,
don't
okay, I'm not there yet. I still need
drunk on
to
my
keep going.
victory. I push further, harder to making more exploits and then making myself. I just see myself as a beginner. I see myself as an upcoming act, an up and coming act rather. That's what I see myself as. I don't see myself like as an established actor yet, because the moment you reach your peak, come on, what else?
Anyway,
That's it.
there's something that people actually love you for, right? Okon. It's the fact that you easily switch your voice, amazing voice like that. And then there's a strange character when you're acting that comic part. And I've seen people, it just like 1 hour ago when I told somebody that I'm having you on the show. Like I know him, oh, I love him and all that. One guy from Nigeria. And then people just love you for that, that thing unique in you. How do you do that? Rolling your eyes and changing your voice and all that. Was that a practice you did, or it's just in you?
Okay. Now, um, there is character, there is characterization.
Okay.
All right. Um, when you build a character like Okon, mm, what does Okon do? Okon has some gesticulatory peculiarities that are, are kind to him and him alone.
Okay.
I The person you're talking to right now is not Okon. The person
Okay.
you're having this conversation with right now is Ime. Ime is different from Okon. Okon is an alter ego. Okon is that alter ego that possesses Ime when there is lights, camera, action, and then the director yells lights, camera, action. That is that alter ego that possesses Ime. All right. And it is the exact thing that bakes the bread for Ime to eat.
Okay.
So I may not be running into a fallacy to say that without Okon, Ime is nothing.
Wow.
So that's it. So Okon and Ime are two different entities, you know, but they play complementary roles to each other.
Hmm.
Okon, yes, Okon is the artistic part or
Of
is
him.
the artistic personality of the domestic Ime.
Okay.
Yeah,
I actually love the breaking down. But
yeah.
let me ask, can you do, can you even act outside comedy? Let's assume maybe a doctor, lawyer, something outside comedy. How funny would that be? Really? Because I feel like we are used to Okon, we are used to the comic Okon. And then acting aside, the comedy, how would that be like? How's that like for you?
Now, this is it. Mm? It is a truism that when a lie is told for too long, it becomes the truth.
The truth.
When a lie is told for too long, it becomes the truth. The fact that I here cannot play a role or cannot take up a role that is serious, all right, and play it is a lie. You get the fact that it is only comic roles that I can play. mm, is a lie.
Okay.
That lie has been told for too long, and it's now the truth.
Wow.
Yeah, because that lie is told for too long. Sometimes, do you know when you tell a lie for a long time, you may begin to believe your own lies?
Believe your own lie. That's true.
Yeah. So if you tell me right now, go and take up a serious role, mm, it's not like I'm not going to take it, but it's not going to be a stroll in the park for me. It's not going to be like another day in the office for me. You know, I have to sit back, digest the role, all right, and then put in extra ounces and joules of energy, all right, to bring that character to life, and then compete with the part of me, or the part of me that will possibly maybe tell me that you cannot do it. So at that point in time, I'm under social pressure. All right. I am here to do something that I'm not popular in. No one actually really, in all honesty, if not for just trying, if not for the adventure of proving a point. All right. What the hell am I doing with a serious role? No one wants to see me in that. No one wants to pay his money to the cinema to see me serious. You know, everyone wants to see me in the role that I have been stereotyped in right from the time I decided to say, okay, I'm a professional actor. So that is it. It is what it is.
I was just thinking, imagine that even if Okon choose to like, Ime choose to like become a doctor in a movie, act as a doctor, we will still laugh. There must be something in that,
That's the
being a
truth.
doctor or a lawyer that will still make us, start laughing. That's just it.
Before you start digesting, before you digest the role, my role as a doctor, the film is finished. Before you start feeling me like, why he's serious, so it may be halfway gone.
Anyway, who would you say were actually your role models as at the time you came in, and what has been your inspiration, moving?
I don't have a singular role model.
Okay.
I have artistic admirers. I don't have like, okay, this is my idol, this is my no. I didn't have that person. Okay. Mm-mm. I didn't. So you know, I pick from my colleagues. I believe that, okay, if if this is what he does and I like, I pick the artistic excellence from a handful of them, and then I synthesize them into one whole, into an ideal perfect actor. And it is that actor that exists in my idea, okay, is what I idolize, and it's
Wow.
abstract. I don't know whether you understand what I
I
mean.
understand you perfectly.
I'll pick from Igbo, pick from
Maybe some local, chassis,
pick from
and all of them. I understand. Network be nice to me and have a great start here tonight. And like I was just saying, go ahead. Your network is a little bit shaky, but we'll pull through. Go ahead. Okay, viewers. You know how it is, Nigerian network. Don't blame that on our Okay, go ahead, sir.
Okay, like I said, I I pick from everybody, and then I synthesize them into um one ideal perfect character that is existent only in my imagination. That is the perfect character that I idolize, you know.
Wow. And now let's away from the phone now. There's this noise coming from your end. I don't know. It's quite much.
Yeah, it's like exact noise. So
Okay. Now let's move away a little bit away from the phone. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Yes.
Yes, let's move away from OKON. Now, let's look at Nollywood as an industry. So far, you say Nollywood is the biggest, one of the biggest in the world. What are some of improvements you would say or feel like you've made so far in Nollywood as an industry? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you, even if it is having a cracked sound, though, but I can manage to hear you. Are you hearing me? That's more important.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Okay, I
You're talking
said, what
about.
are some of the improvements you would say you've made so far in the industry, being one of the biggest in the world?
We have we have we have made a lot of improvements, and the improvements are not silent. They are not invisible. They are very visible and empirical for one to see. Okay, you need to have an industry for you to have big global and international collaborations like Prime Video, like Netflix. You know, come on. Mm. If if Netflix did not see a market, all right, or they did not see a viable industry and a market and a prospect for a return on their investment, they will not be on our soils.
That's true.
If Prime Video, Amazon Prime Video, they did not see prospects in the market, okay, and a viable industry to drive the market, they will not put no one wants to put an investment down and then will not make a return on that investment.
That is
So
quite
that's the reason why they're there, you know. And the quality of our films have improved, the sound of our film, the vision, I mean the video, the sound, the technicality of our films have increased, improved, still a work in progress, but it is going to be better. It's better than it was a couple of years ago. So it shows significant progress. We are not retrogressing. Yes, there are a handful of um, uh, films. I don't want to call it bad films. I won't want to call it bad film because it would be disrespectful, okay, to the producer for you to call a film a bad film, because at the end of the day, where's the funding? Okay, so the low budget films, let me put it that way, okay, there are a handful of low budget films, scattered around the pockets of the spaces in the industry. That does not in any way make our industry in Hollywood to lose its credibility as a giant in the league of movie industries in the world.
That's true. We know that over the years, Nollywood has proven to be one of the biggest. And of course, we have some of the finest actors as well. Now, viewers, this is the world of cinema. I feel like over the years, Nigeria has actually done us good. If it's one sector that is actually showcasing us to the world, that would be, Nollywood, the entertainment industry. And so I think we should be proud showcasing them to the world. And we are proud as well to always, bring them here. So we could celebrate them. Now, don't go anywhere, viewers. It's going to, it's about to get real. We are going into the interview proper. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.
Are you a filmmaker in Abuja and its environ? Do you need a place for your music video, or you need a venue for your conference and even an editing suite for your post-production? Look no further. Our beautiful terrain in Lokugoma has it all. We have a whole floor that consists of 3-angle lounge, a beautiful dining area, a large kitchen, a conference area that can comfortably accommodate 60 persons, and 5-bedroom adaptable for all kind of shoots. The good news is all is available at affordable price. And you know what? If you are a member of the Association of Movie Producers of Nigeria, you have 20% discount. So, what are you waiting for? Hurry and contact us on the numbers on your screen now.
The next President Show is here again. Are you aged between 18 and 30, smart, bold, and possess exceptional leadership skills? Do you have what it takes to be the next youth governor and future youth president? Then register free now at superiorradioandtelevision.com or call the number on the screen. The Next President reality TV show, moving politics out of the polite drawing room into the clamor of the streets.
You're welcome back from that quick break. Yes, this is the world of cinema. You know how we do it here. I bring you our superstars. Nollywood over the years has evolved into something, magnificent, something big, something huge. We are super proud of them. If it's one industry in the country that is actually betting artists, new talents, and of course employing people on daily basis, that will be the film industry. They are doing us proud, not just in Nigeria, not just in Africa, but across the world. And of course, if you ask me if they are worth celebrating, why shouldn't we? These are people who, when you see them outside the country, just even within, you know how you feel. And so I think it's a good time to celebrate OKON, our own email. And of course, I've been on the show with him. He's taking us through the journey of his career. Welcome back, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir. So, and I look at, when we look at Nollywood, I think one major issue we've been seeing, or the people I've spoken with so far, would be funding, especially a sector or industry where the government seems not to, be carrying you people along, or don't tend to look towards the Nollywood industry. It's more like it's privately owned or run. Now, what do you think we'll do about the issue of funding as far Nollywood is concerned?
The issue of funding is it what do we need to do about the issue of funding? It's as easy as provide the funding. Period. That's it.
But in for instance, we know that the government tend not to. I think it was during Jonathan as a president that we had, that relationship with a president or a nation. But I don't think that the government is even looking towards, I know a lot of money is being budgeted into, for instance, let's say sports. But look at the movie industry today. I don't think, for instance, do you think the government is doing enough? Let's start from there.
The government is not doing enough. The government has not done anything, let alone enough. So let's remove the idea for the notion of they have not even done anything.
Okay.
The reason why the government funds sports, the nation has sectors.
Okay.
And then government can only pay attention to a sector if it's actually, in all honesty, worthy to be called a sector of the economy, meaning if it boosts the GDP of the state.
And Nollywood is doing that, has been doing that.
Sports, all right, a sportsman, if you're a sports person, okay, apart from the fact that it is therapeutically beneficial uh, for one to indulge in sports, okay, it takes you away from criminality, okay, it engages and occupies your mind into something um, tasking, and by so doing, you're not going to be idle. Okay, so we have all seen that sports people, depending on the kind of sports that they do, football, tennis, basketball, baseball, name them. Okay, they earn monies. Okay, so government introduces, or in the if the government encourages um, self-reliance, growth, youth development, they can always do that by way of encouraging sports, because sports, definitely sport, most sports are done by young persons.
And what of the movie industry? Movie is something that we know
So
over the
that's it.
years.
That's it. The government the government must have seen, or definitely is very clear for the. It's very visible to the blind and audible to the deaf, for you to know that sports bring you a return on investment. It is definitely going to boost the GDP and the economy of the state. If they do a World Cup right now, okay, if they organize, or if they organize what do you call it, a boxing match, all right, or if they organize tennis competition, all right, or they organize an Olympics, you'll find out that from the little thing from the minutest person, or seemingly minutest person, like a carousel, will make sales. The Okada man will the taxi man, the Okada man, will definitely make a lot of sales that time. Hotels are going to be booked, all right. The economy is going to boost. There's going to be a lot of money in circulation in the city at that time. So it is worth investing in. Why the government did not because the government didn't create the movie industry.
Okay.
This industry was created by us.
Individuals, okay.
Yes, was created, yeah.
And that is why the government is not interested either.
The government did not create. So maybe because the fact that they didn't create it, that's why they believe, okay, it's not working. But it's working. Our industry is putting a lot of food in our table, because if not for Nollywood right now, I would have been categorized into an angry youth.
I understand, and I did say that the industry is actually betting young people, feeding people as well, creating jobs. That is the word, creating jobs on daily basis, and that is why we are here today celebrating, the industry, celebrating everything you have been doing, and of course, moving forward now, you've been in the industry for some time now. Now, do you think as we Nigerians or Africans were telling our stories enough?
The problem with Africa is globalization. The moment we should tell our stories, like our stories. I don't even want to go there. That for me, I believe, is a talk for another day. Because no one is going to tell our stories as much as we do.
That is true.
If we allow to tell our stories, they are going to tell our stories in a way that they are going to distort a lot of facts. They are going to distort a lot of truths, and then they are going to bend the truth and then tell in a way that when we wake up from our slumber, we'll be like, is this really us?
Wow. That is
So that
true, and I feel like we're not telling it enough as well.
we're not telling our stories at all. We're not telling our stories the African way. You cannot be telling African stories the European or the Western way.
That
Okay.
is true. And then
So
go ahead.
the problem there's a problem. We're not telling. We have never scratched African stories. There are many myths and legends, that we can make stories about, and then they can become our own African superheroes. Yeah.
Wow. Now, let's look at your role as a comic actor. Now, what would you say about the comedy sector of the industry so far?
What about it's viable? It's putting food on many people's tables. It's turning boys into men. Girls into women. Okay, it's viable. You know, there never used to be a comedy industry. Today there is one. Okay, and it's a very good one. It's putting food on people's tables. It's turning and spinning the fortunes of life positively. So it's good,
Do
and
you
it will
plan
be
of
better.
being a stand-up comedian someday?
I'm a passive stand-up comedian. I do that passively. I'm not an active stand-up comedian.
That is okay. I know you said that. I know you're a little bit shy, so I don't know how you face the audience though. But you're used to that, so you should be able to do that all the time. And let me throw this question to you. As funny as it may sound, if you're to be the president, let's say for a week, what would you change in the industry? Even though you said is an individual business, private business, the government is not interested. But moving forward, if you're to be the president for let's say a week, the first week, what would you do as far as Nollywood is concerned?
You mean if I am the president of Nigeria for a week?
Yes, for the first week, what would you do about Nollywood being your
Like,
sector?
excuse me, I want to get a question. If
Mhm.
I'm the president of Nigeria for 1 week, or in 1 week of being president in 4 years, guaranteed 4 years.
If you're to be the president for 1 week, let's take it from there.
All right. If I'm to be the president of Nigeria for 1 week, I will not do anything about Nollywood.
Why? That is
All right.
harsh.
No, I will not do anything about Nollywood because it will be a wasted effort. First thing
Why
I'll
do you
do,
say that?
no, first thing I'll do is to see how I can elongate my tenure to the legitimate 4 years. That's
Okay.
the first thing I'll do in a week. You know, it is when I have a 4 year guarantee of being president of the Federal Republic that I will now visit tourism as an
Okay.
alternative source to raking in income into this country, alternative source to oil.
Wow.
And that is where my industry will come in and benefit hugely. Not to sit down and believe that I can have a magic wand and turn black into white in 1 week.
But you could, it's just to give the order. And sometimes, it's just to
You don't,
sign a
you don't,
particular
you
paper
don't, you don't,
and you're done. You don't necessarily need to,
you
carry
don't give an
weight
order.
to, to,
You don't
to
give
achieve
you don't
that.
give an order. No, you don't give an order. Because you're president doesn't mean that you're a totalitarian. You don't give
Okay,
an
okay. Let's assume you're president of your, the gid, the body, the umbrella of Nollywood. What would be the first thing you would do?
There is no synthetic, there is no synthesized, rather, um, universal body of Nollywood that one person heads.
What are the AGN?
AGN as actors. That's the Actors Guild of Nigeria. You have the Directors Guild of Nigeria. You have the Creative Designers Guild of Nigeria. You have the Association of Movie Producers. That's Producers Guild. You have the marketers. There are lots of stakeholders in it. So and everyone to his own cross. You can't cross over to another person's climb and domain, and then you tell what ought to be done, and then you enforce it. No, that's not gonna happen.
Wow. Okay. What do you think as a comic actor? What do you think about community cinemas? Do you think that is feasible, or do you
It
think
is.
something like that will work?
It can work. There's nothing that cannot work in this country. Then we have 200 million people. That is a huge market. 200 plus million human beings. The only problem we have is hunger. That's it.
As
Are you
for
hearing me?
instance, yes, I can hear you. We know that a lot of people these days. The good thing about Nollywood is that I think the issue of piracy it's gradually fading away. Don't you think so? We now have cinema movies. We now have people having their own channels. Why you cannot even because of copyright issues. And then, but we think also that when you have community cinemas, the way we're having it standard in Abuja, in Lagos, you have it in each community. I think even if you tell the people 200, 500, they will come in, and that is one way to sell out our movies as well. And what do you think about, for instance, we as a people, we as, indigenous movie producers, going into that proper?
What do you think your problem is in the UK?
A lot.
Your problem in the UK is not food. Your problem in the UK is not the uncertainty of your next meal. That's not your problem. Your problem is the fact that you have jobs, okay, and then there are so many on you, they are so cumbersome. So you're working so many jobs and then running up and down, okay, to pay bills. Always come. So at the end of the day, you're tired. So the time that you have to take care of yourself, you pamper yourself to the peak. And that's where movies come to play. All right. I want to have a movie night. I want to have a time for cinema today. And you can afford. That's not the case in Nigeria.
I don't think so. I beg to disagree. Now, when I was in Abuja, it was a custom for me and some of my colleagues.
Talking of Abuja. You're talking of Abuja.
Even in Warri, let's be sincere, even in Warri, since
of Warri.
So when you want me to talk of that?
You say those are major cities. When you're talking of community cinemas, you get have you talked about the hinterlands?
But seriously, Imam, if we don't invent it, if we don't start it, how would you even know whether it will work or not?
I am not saying it is not going to work. It is something that's definitely going to work in practice. I know. I am the one who told you that we have a population of a staggering 200 million human beings. That's a lot of people. All right. If you do something like if you sell a product in Nigeria and then that product goes for $1 million, that product goes for $1, yeah, and you sell it to 10 million Nigerians, they patronize that product. For God's sake, you have in a day $10 million. Multiply $10 million by 31 days. So that's a lot of money. Okay. If you have sell something to 10 million Nigerians, 10 million Nigerians is less than 10% of the population of the country. It's about is less than 5 of the population of the country. 10 million. All right. So if you sell something and then you have a profit of only $1 alone, okay, and then you sell it to 10 million Nigerians. In 24 hours, you've made $10 million.
That is true.
You get, so Nigeria is a big market. But we do not have, as a citizenry, we do not have the power of effective demand in basic economics. You understand? Demand that is backed up with ability to pay.
And
So
now,
when you're talking about the people who are grappling over food, who are grappling over housing, where their heads, you know, oh my God, no, come on. Don't you know that? Don't you know that in this country, in Nigeria as we speak right now, okay, that if you save 1 naira, okay, every single God's day for 2 years, I say for 2 years, almost 3 years, if you save one naira every day for more than 2 years, you have not, at the end of the day, at the end of 2 years, you have not succeeded to save $1.
all right. And the network is a little bit shaky there, but let's wrap this up very quickly because of time. I'm taking so much of your time as well. And now, just before we let you go, let's talk about Nollywood. Now we had the Sam of of blessed memory, Sam Loco. We still have Uncle okay. We have a lot of them, Chassis Noje, we have Uncle Vito Swago, we have quite a lot of them. And then you came in as well, so we have a lot of you still there. But how optimistic are you that this comedy industry or sector on the Nollywood, the younger generation coming, we hold on to it, and of course will not fail you guys in the future? Okay, I think network is a little bit shaky. Did you hear that? Hello, can you hear us? Hello, sir, can you hear us? Okay, I bet.
Oh my God. Oh, are you hearing me
Okay,
now?
you need to unmute your sound. Yes,
I
yes.
have.
Okay, did you hear
So
me?
I'm hearing you. What are you telling me? What were you saying, please?
I said, okay, prior to this time in the comedy industry, the comedy sector, we are seeing we have so much people there that had really done us so well, so proud, making childhood so memorable. Till tomorrow, we have some blessed memory of some local. We do have, of course, Kemowo, we have Vito Swago, we have Uncle Amechi Monago, we have John Okafor, Chassis Loje, and then we have you as well. But how optimistic are we that, the upcoming generation, we hold on to comedy? Now, I'm not talking about stand-up comedy. We're talking about comedy as in the movie industry.
Yeah. It's up to them now. Everyone is responsible to himself, for God's sake.
But it's your industry, so you should of course know that, okay, at some point, we need to hold on to it, just like what you're doing now on behalf of Kemowo and the rest, and of course the older ones.
I don't. It's an individual thing. You set out your goals in life. No one is entitled. I can't hold anyone responsible for his actions or inactions. Oh, this is what he did. He didn't hold the industry down for the other generation. He's not making me proud. What's my own business with anybody? It's everyone to his own cross. You get, you decide to build a legacy for yourself so that you can live, you can be evergreen transgenerationally in people's memory. It's okay, it's fine. You decide to say, okay, fine, I'm just coming into this industry. I want to just fizzle out into oblivion as quick as I want to. It's all up to you. You know, you can't put a knife in someone's throat, a gun to someone's head, and tell the person, look, be phenomenal. No, you can't.
Okay,
You
if you
know,
say
you
so.
can prescriptions. You can only make prescriptions. You can only lead by example. It is up to the person to decide, okay, fine, let me follow suit. The person doesn't want to, it's okay.
All
Me, for me,
right.
me,
Mm,
I'm very liberal. Do you understand? If you want
okay.
to jump, I'll ask you how high. You want to squat, I'll ask you how low.
Okay, I love that. That is your person, and we can take that away. But just before we let you go, leave a word for your fans and, of course, your younger colleagues in the industry.
All right. This goes out to my fans. First of all, I have to thank you for sticking to this brand and getting stuck to this brand for as long as you have. It's only God who will reward you. Thank you so much. I love you, and I make this earnest promise that I'm not going to stop.
Okay, that's okay. And of course, we know that permits me and my station to say happy birthday to your beautiful daughter. We know today is
Oh
her
yeah,
birthday, and so we celebrate her as well. We
she will
celebrate her
hear.
as well. Amazing, beautiful young girl. We pray that God will keep her, God will protect her, of course. She will make you proud as well, just the way you are making us very happy, making Nigerians very happy. God will
Yeah,
also, through her make you happy, and God will make her happy.
yeah.
Uh, thanks for, being on the show today. We appreciate your time. And of
Mm,
course, once again, happy birthday to your beautiful daughter. And
thank
thanks for being on the show today. I would have said you should leave us a shout out. Can you do that for me? Do a shout out for me, please, to SRTV. You can. I know you can.
Okay, all right. Please. My name is Okon. Oh yes, of course. Please. Mm. Sorry. What's the name of the show, please? Hello, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me? It's Word of Cinema on SRTV.
Okay. Okay. All right. Oh yes, my name is Okon. Oh yes, Okon Lekos. Please. Don't touch that dial when you are watching Wall of Cinema, but Princess Kessy on SRTV. Do not touch that dial. Oh. Hey, yeah, me.
Well, thank you so much for doing that. That was quite hilarious. Thank you so much.
Thank
And thank you
you.
also for being on the show. Viewers have been on the show with our award-winning superstar comic actor, Nollywood super actor. Of course, you know him. Who doesn't know Okon? Please, everybody does. I'm just doing this for formality's sake, but we all know Okon. And thank you so much for being on the show. And of course, we hope to have you again next time. Do have yourself a very beautiful evening. I'm sorry I had to drag you practically very late at night. I'm sorry about that. Next time we will do it, I'll tell you early enough. Thank you for being on the show.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, viewers, it has been amazing 1 hour. Yes, and of course, I've been on the show with Okon, Lagos, Imam Bishop Umar. He is a Nollywood superstar, comic actor, and of course, a master of ceremony as well. Thank you for being on the show. You know how we do it here. We celebrate our superstars. We celebrate Nollywood, one of the biggest industry in the world. Of course, next week, hopefully, I'm going to bring in another superstar for you to see. You get to meet them, know them one on one. You can always still drop your comments for them to answer your questions. I'll see you again next time on the show. And remember that, when you're stressed, when you're, a lot of people are giving you headache. Just look for a movie, quick one, and watch, and that will help you, relax your stress, your brain and all. That's the more reason you should see a movie. Of course, that's why we bring them here, so that you get to meet them one-on-one. Of course, you know how to celebrate. Of course, relax yourself as well. We see you again on the show next time. I remain yours truly, Princess Kessy, and you've been on the show World of Cinema. See you again.
Are you a filmmaker in Abuja and its environ? Do you need a place for your music video, or you need a venue for your conference and even an editing suite for your post-production? Look no further. Our beautiful turret in Lokogoma has it all. We have a whole floor that consists of 3-angle lounge, a beautiful dining area, a large kitchen, a conference area that can comfortably accommodate 60 persons, and 5-bedroom adaptable for all kind of shoots. The good news is all is available at affordable price. And you know what? If you are a member of the Association of Movie Producers of Nigeria, you have 20% discount. So what are you waiting for? Hurry and contact us on the numbers on your screen now.
The next President Show is here again. Are you aged between 18 and 30, smart, bold, and possess exceptional leadership skills? Do you have what it takes to be the next youth governor and future youth president? Then register free now at superiorradioandtelevision.com or call the number on the screen. The next President reality TV show, moving politics out of the polite drawing room into the clamor of the streets.